Damn, guys, this is just some kind of total mess. I honestly don't remember anything like this ever happening. It's a complete collapse. How many times did I say like just now? 500? I must have said it 500 times. I don't even know. Maybe I should just go home, huh?
As can be observed, while drones take off from Russian territory at night and strike Ukrainian cities, by morning air traffic within Russia itself is largely grounded.
Massive delays in Sheremetyevo. 10 hours, 15 hours. Just crowds of people everywhere. Crowds. Damn, you really feel sorry for everyone. All exhausted, some with children. Huge lines everywhere. Nowhere to sit. There's literally no space left even on the floor. Even the floor is completely taken. It's absolutely packed, that's it. People everywhere. Basically, people are walking around with mattresses. I'm seeing something like this for the first time. I just slept on the floor for a couple of hours. Well, everyone here is sleeping on the floor. That's normal now. Everything was yellow before, and now even red statuses are starting to appear. So yeah, we're sitting here waiting. There's our flight scheduled for 9 o'clock, but it looks like we're not going anywhere for now.
Day after day, airports are paralyzed, flights are cancelled and postponed, passengers sit on their suitcases for hours. This is the new high precision stability of the Russian sky. So, what exactly is happening on their swamps? It's simple. By day, quiz, chaos, and departure boards saying, please wait. By night, terror, which Muscovites are now paying for their own comfort. Because war, as it turns out, has a habit of coming back, even to the departure zone. Today, I will show how the war that Putin brought into other people's homes is starting to haunt those who for years believed it could be watched on television and paid for with nothing. But things didn't turn out the way they hoped. Since February 2022, passenger traffic at Russian airports has dropped by 14.2% compared to 2021. And although figures supposedly went up in 2023, by 2025 the industry once again faced stagnation, minus 2.7%. Constant problems with air travel no longer even surprise Muscovites. In just one episode, Russia can see around 500 cancelled flights and nearly 2,000 delays. So why can a country that launches dozens of drones and missiles every day not guarantee its own citizens an ordinary flight?
The consequences of mass flight cancellations and delays continue at Moscow airports due to the activity of Ukrainian drones. At Sheremetyevo Airport, inflatable mattresses and sports mats were laid out for passengers stuck in the terminal. However, according to the videos that were published, there was not enough space for everyone, and some passengers were forced to sit on the floor.
There are several reasons. These include regular airspace restrictions due to the threat of drone strikes, airports in southern Russia that have been closed since 2022, and a shortage of aircrafts and spare parts due to the sanctions. Russian airlines are forced to literally strip some plants for parts in order to keep other aircraft operational. The result is disruption, emergency landings, and chronic instability. And that's without even mentioning the number of countries that have closed their airspace to Russia. Among them are 26 EU countries, the United Kingdom, Canada, the United States, and Israel, which only partially restored air traffic in 2025.
Since Monday, more than 70 flights have been cancelled at Sheremetyevo, with many others delayed. The airport urges passengers to check their flight status through airline call centres. At Vnukovo Airport, officials also reported handing out mattresses, but claimed that the departure schedule has stabilised. Domodedovo confirmed that its schedule has stabilised as well. Sheremetyevo denied reports of mass crowds of passengers, calling them fake and accusing bloggers of manipulation. The new head of the Ministry of Transport noted that the agency cannot fully control the situation at airports, but said conditions have improved compared to previous collapses.
Nevertheless, while the Russian regime uses the sky as a tool of war, its civil aviation is increasingly becoming a hostage to the same war, with closed routes, empty boards, and passengers who don't know whether they will take off at all. So just imagine how much whaling there in their swamps right now. Although, why imagine? Let's take a look.
This is Sheremetyevo, January 10th. This is what happens when migrants all leave to work in delivery services, drones are attacking, and a bit of snow has fallen. This is what happens. The runway hasn't been cleared. People are sleeping on the floor. Aeroflot is ditching everyone. I mean, endlessly postponing flights. And people are sitting on the floor, and they're given nothing except water once every 3 hours. Look at this, Lavrov. We contacted the representative, meaning there was basically no response. He left.
And now, why this matters? Because aviation is the bloodstream of the economy. So, as you understand, when planes go down, everything else goes down with them. Here are some facts. Russia's GDP slowed sharply in 2025. The IMF estimates growth at around 0.6%, far below even the Kremlin's optimistic fantasies. The European Commission is slightly more generous at 0.8%. But that's after 4.3% in 2024. So, yesterday, an economic breakthrough, today, turbulence without takeoff. That's why Russians need to realize, or at least remember, when you use the sky for war, don't be surprised when it stops working for life and becomes a new nightmare of the present day for Russians. But why do we care about Russians? They deserve nothing else. The main thing is that all these facts mean the Russian economy is barely growing, effectively approaching technical stagnation, when growth is partially zero for a prolonged period. Experts note that such trends are the first signs of recession, especially against the backdrop of external risks. The main reason are sanctions, weak exports, and falling oil and gas revenues. These factors hit the budget critically, since the oil and gas sector forms a significant share and state revenues and foreign currency earnings.
We're shocked by the chaos at Pulkovo Airport. There's nowhere to sit. The place is absolutely packed. There aren't enough seats. And the toilets. A woman even ended up in the men's restroom. The stalls don't even lock properly. What kind of mess is this? Honestly, it's awful. We're in shock at an airport like this. We've never seen anything like it anywhere.
And believe me, all Russians will answer for the war started by Putin. Not heroically, but humiliatingly, sitting on their suitcases in closed airports. And all of them will wail, cry out, and ask in surprise, why us? Why? For silence, for consent, for years of, it's not my business. So the war that Russians allow is returning to them, not with a parade, but with chaos and fear. And this is only the beginning of the reckoning.
1502, Tyumen, 1452, Krasnoyarsk. If you have just heard your flight announced, this means the flight has been cancelled. Please contact your airline only to clarify what you should do next.
And let's not forget that only thanks to our armed forces we can further increase the number of cancelled flights and confused Russians.